Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
A tragic discovery in a South Texas train car. 2 dead bodies believed to be migrants trapped with 13 other survivors in what turned out to be a rolling crime scene. The discovery made near the small town of Knippa, which is between Uvalde and Sabinal. A 911 call was apparently made by someone on that train. The train eventually stopped just east of Knippa, where Border Patrol agents pried open the train car doors and found those trapped. 15 migrants found in that rail car. At least 2 were dead, according to Uvalde police. That 911 call alerted authorities that migrants were, quote, suffocating inside. The train finally stopped in Uvalde County off Highway 90 and FM 2730, and that's where we find the night team's John Paul Barajas.
First responders in the train where those 15 migrants were found has now cleared out. That train was back up and moving around 7 p.m. But this is what the scene looked like earlier this afternoon. Highway 90 was shut down for nearly 2 hours to allow for medical helicopters to land and airlift migrants to San Antonio hospitals. Meanwhile, ambulances on the ground were racing others to area hospitals. The highway has since reopened. Sheriff's deputies were out here until about 9 o'clock looking around on the tracks. We're not sure exactly what they were looking for or if they found anything. We still have lots of questions like where those migrants were from and how long they were in that train car. But we do know, according to Valley Police, that Union Pacific will be leading the investigation. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
We also talked to Uvalde's Police Chief Daniel Rodriguez during our 6 o'clock newscast about this tragedy, the 911 call made from that train, and what was found. The fact that no matter how you feel about immigration and what's happening on the border, these are 2 lives lost. Certainly something on the chief's mind tonight.
Just confirms everything that's happening in this area. It's just it's sad to see that so many undocumented immigrants were found in this condition, and unfortunately 2 lost their lives, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Sad and deadly situation. We don't know at this hour exactly what caused these deaths or what condition the migrants were in even before they got on this train. It is possible weather could have contributed to this. Mia Montgomery joins me now. Mia, what was the weather like today, especially in that part of South Texas?
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty hot, all things considered. Ironically, today was the hottest day that we've seen all week, despite the fact that we had a weak cool front actually move in earlier this morning. What that front really did for us, it pumped in a whole lot of dry air that allowed those temperatures to crank up this afternoon when you combine that with all of the sunshine. Now, for context, our average high across South Central Texas for this time of year is in the upper 70s. But take a look at these temperatures out near Uvalde, Knippa, stretching over to Hondo. In that part of our area at about 3:55 p.m., we were able to see those thermometers climb into the upper 80s, even approaching 90, Steve. So with those actual air temperatures being so hot outside, you can only begin to imagine how hot it actually was inside that train car.
Indeed. And of course, more answers to come in the days ahead. Thank you, Mia. And as Mia just said, the warm temperatures may have played a role today. We can't even begin to imagine what it must have felt like for the people inside that train car with 2 dead bodies. Patty Santos at the medical center, where she's staying on top of those patients who were airlifted away from that scene today. Patty, what do we know about their conditions right now at University?
Yeah, officials have said the migrants were suffocating inside that train car, and those with the more serious medical conditions were flown here to San Antonio area hospitals. We know there were 5 of them. Tonight we know that 2 victims arrived at University Hospital. 2 men, 1 in critical condition, the other in serious condition. 2 more arrived at Methodist Hospital in the medical center, both men in stable condition. The Christus Santa Rosa Westover Hills Hospital received the 5th person, but they couldn't tell us how that patient is doing tonight. Officials at the scene said the migrants were likely dehydrated from the extreme heat and the lack of air inside the train car. Uvalde police have also said they sent 5 other people to area hospitals in that area, but their conditions tonight were unknown. We'll send it back to you.
Patty Santos live from University Hospital. Thank you, Patty. And of course, we'll continue to follow that story on air and online. Meanwhile, new on the Nightbeat, this man accused of sexually assaulting a child. He's behind bars tonight. 28-year-old Peter Valenzuela charged with aggravated assault of a child. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says the 10-year-old victim's mother reported that Valenzuela had assaulted her child earlier this morning. The girl told investigators Valenzuela assaulted her in the middle of the night. He's now being held at the Bexar County Jail on a $125,000 bond. Now to a fatal confrontation near a downtown hotel, actually in their parking garage. A man wanted for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon dead after he apparently faced off with U.S. Marshals. It started around noon at West Cesar Chavez near UTSA's downtown campus. Law enforcement says marshals got a tip that the 46-year-old man was at that hotel. When officers found him, he was shot and killed on the third story of the hotel's parking garage. A firearm was found at the scene. Right now, we're still working to learn the name of the suspect who was killed. Have you seen these two men? Investigators say they have a long list of felony crimes. Records show Baltimore Carlos currently wanted on 2 felony warrants, one for aggravated sexual assault of a child, another for evading arrest with a vehicle. The second man, Rogelio Delgado, wanted by law enforcement for 2 charges of fraudulently using or possessing IDs, tampering with government records, unlawful carry of a weapon, and possession of a controlled substance with intent to deliver. If you know anything that can help lead police to these guys, call SAPD 210-207-7273. Police ask you do not contact or try to apprehend these suspects yourself. The man convicted of shooting and killing the Bexar County Sheriff's Office K-9 Chucky going to prison for a long time. Matthew Morales will spend the rest of his life in prison. That sentence actually came down today. He was convicted in December of interfering with a police service animal, evading arrest, and 8 counts of aggravated assault of a public servant. An 18-year-old picked up yesterday for suspiciously circling Southwest High School. He's now confessed to 2 attempted kidnappings and more. 18-year-old Jorge Ruedas Rivera in jail, revealing a troubling string of assaults at downtown hotels as well. He's currently charged with 2 attempted abductions that happened between the 17th and the 23rd of this month. According to the affidavit, one happened on the south side, involved a 12-year-old girl who he tried to pull into his car. Another involved a woman who scratched Rivera during her attack and got some of his DNA under his fingernails. What we didn't know is about 2 more incidents that the victims claim Rivera actually grabbed them inappropriately. In another, the victim says he threatened her life if she didn't comply. He was picked up when a caller to police gave his license plate number. Initially, police say Rivera denied involvement, but then told officers he was hearing voices in his head from extraterrestrials. He said they were telling him to, quote, do things. Let's get to tonight's Nightbeat News Flash. Now, he was wanted for murder in Miami, was found here in San Antonio. This is 25-year-old Damian Colasso. He's charged with second-degree murder in connection to his brother's death. 28-year-old Telly Colon was shot and killed during a fight with Colasso in March of last year. Unclear why Colasso was in San Antonio. Right now, he's waiting extradition back to Florida. A child who was critically injured last week when a tree broke and fell on top of people at the San Antonio Zoo doing better tonight. That's according to a spokesperson from University Health who says the child's condition has greatly improved from a week ago.
Before he came, he decided to take him and to put him in jail for life. But I believe in God, and I think one day he will be with us.
That was the wife of Paul Rusesabagina nearly 2 years ago. Today, it was announced that he will be freed from a Rwandan jail. He's been in jail for 3 years after his family says he was unfairly arrested while on an overseas trip, then jailed and convicted in a Rwandan court on terrorism charges. Many have called those charges unfair. Actors, politicians, even students from San Antonio St. Mary's University have been trying to get him out. Today, the Rwandan government announced his sentence had been commuted. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash. Well, the Cesar Chavez March for Justice is set for tomorrow. Thousands of people expected to participate in the annual march in honor of the legacy of civil rights leader Cesar Chavez. This year, festivities will begin at 9 a.m. at the intersection of Guadalupe and Brazos Streets near the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center, located at 1310 Guadalupe. You can read more about what to expect at the big event right now on KSAT.com. And by the way, tomorrow marks 1 year since a massive wildfire ripped through Medina County. When the flames were finally out, the Das Goat Fire had burned 3 homes and more than 1,000 acres.
Challenge we have right now is we still face the same risk today as the winds are blowing right now. We're hot, we're dry, we still hadn't received a whole lot of rain.
The lessons learned and changes made 1 year later. That story's tomorrow on the Nightbeat. It is a crucial role inspiring new members of our military. Ahead on the Nightbeat, how one woman is trying to make it happen. It is Women's History Month, and we're taking a close look at one woman's career in the military that's now inspiring new generations of service members. Jonathan Cotto has her story.
This is the United States Air Force recruiting schoolhouse at JBSA Lackland. And the person who oversees the development of airmen and the execution of the recruiter and flight chief course curriculum is Senior Master Sergeant Ludwina Gilly.
So what we do here is train the new generations of recruiters, but now we're actually taking them from the classrooms to bringing them out and getting them to have interaction with humans in real world scenarios. What it teaches you is how to approach your applicant, right?
Originally from Louisiana, Gilly serving her country for almost 21 years.
I come from a single parent home. My mom had me at age 15, and this was a way for me to get out and do something with my life.
Today, Gilly holds a number of major awards and achievements, including the Woman of Inspiration, an award that recognizes the achievements of women who lead, inspire, and motivate. Gilly says it was a female leader who sparked her motivation.
She was the superintendent, the commandant of the recruiting schoolhouse. And so she was the first person that I saw. Her name was Chief Master Sergeant Westmoreland. She was the first person that I saw that gave me the idea of the vision to keep on going. And ironically, I'm doing her job now, 12 years later.
It was representation for Senior Master Sergeant Gilly that made a difference in her career.
When you represent women in uniform, it gives people hope to achieve and to see the career path. So it's all about inspiration and inspiring the next generation.
And to the one woman in Gilly's life who wears the uniform of mom.
So to see me come this far in life is just emotional to talk about, actually. Statistically, I shouldn't be here today, right? And so she's super proud.
Satisfied with where she's at today, Gilly says there is always more to accomplish.
I just want to continue to be a good role model for my boys, continue to help airmen grow, and continue to have fun in this mission. I enjoy what I do. We get out here and we change lives and we leave our legacy and just helping the next person. That's all I want to do is just have fun.
Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
She's a role model who learned from a role model.
Yep.
I like that. All right, you're looking at a live image from Sky 12. This is 1604 and Blanco. Some big traffic changes we want to let you know about. This is happening on 1604. Both the eastbound and westbound from the Blanco Road entrance and exit will be closed for construction. That's what's happening on the bridge right there. It began about an hour ago. The closure will run until tomorrow at 5 p.m. All right, let's talk about the weather right now. And Mia, what a beautiful day. And what I like perhaps most about it, all the humidity just swept out.
That's the kicker. Exactly. We've got the drier air that quickly punched in, and that's going to make it a lot more comfortable outside, especially tomorrow for any weekend outdoor plans that you may have. It's going to be pretty nice out there. And if you want some more vitamin D, I think we can do that for you. Plenty of sunshine is in store for your Saturday, temperature-wise, because yes, we did have that weak cool front that moved in earlier today. That drier air is in place. That's going to make for some cooler mornings here in and around San Antonio, both tomorrow and into Sunday morning. And relatively speaking, some nice afternoons with daytime highs climbing into the low 80s this weekend. Humidity low tomorrow, and still Sunday morning is going to be pleasant out there, but we will start to see those dew points rise as more moisture works back in to the area throughout the day on Sunday. That combined with our next cool front that moves in on Monday does look to spark isolated daily chances for rain as we head into next week. So a lot to talk about here over the next 7 days. Of course, yes, we did have that cool front move through earlier this morning. A few showers were found here in Bexar County through the mid-morning hours. That now sparking dangerous thunderstorms for our friends and neighbors off to the northeast, especially in Mississippi tonight. Tornado watch continues. There have been confirmed tornadoes as well as some damage out that way from those strong thunderstorms pushing through. That all continuing continuing to move away from the state of Texas here tonight. Behind it, we are quiet here in South Central Texas. You can see the change in dew points right now compared to where we were this time yesterday, about 25 to 35 degrees lower, just meaning that yes, that drier air definitely is here, and that's helping temperatures cool down pretty efficiently. We're at 70 degrees right now. Those lower humidity levels combined with the clear skies through the overnight hours do look to help temperatures fall into the low 50s by wake up time Saturday morning. So a bit cooler than what we found over the past several mornings here in San Antonio, waking up to about 52 by 7 a.m. for your Saturday. 53 in Floresville, 50 over in Hondo, and 50 up in Bandera, stretching back over to Kerrville. Plenty of sunshine in the works for your Saturday. We'll sit around 72 by 11 a.m. and then those daytime highs for the most part look to climb into the low 80s. So above average for this time of year yet again, but still with that drier air in place, it's going to feel comfortable to step out to. Around 83 here in town, 83 in Poteet, 81 in Canyon Lake, and 83 over in New Braunfels as well. There's your Sunday. Again, temperatures are pretty similar. We'll start off around 54 by Sunday morning, and then those temperatures climbing into the low 80s by Sunday afternoon. But because that humidity is going to start to rise again, I do think it's possible that we find a few more clouds out there by the back half of the weekend. And sure, maybe a stray shower, not completely off the table, especially east of I-35. There are those rising dew points, especially throughout the second half of the day. And with that moisture in place, again, we then bring that next front into the area on Monday. And it is possible that we find a few isolated to maybe widely scattered showers to kickstart the week next week. That's going to continue to be the theme throughout the majority of next week as well. Behind that front, temperatures a bit cooler as well. We'll wake up to the upper 50s by Tuesday morning into Wednesday morning, highs in the low 70s, and then we'll start to warm things back up into the low 80s by Thursday and Friday, Steve.
I like it. Thank you, Mia. All right, the Spurs have had a rough road trip, and I guess it got kind of better. It wasn't a win, but it wasn't a blowout. How about that?
Yeah, not a blowout, and they had a 2-point lead late in the third quarter. Then the game got away from them in the fourth, but we're going to try to put a positive spin on this. Keldon was a monster tonight with 30 and 10. Plus, when it comes to the UIL soccer playoffs tonight, we have some dramatic finishes for you coming up.
A local march for justice. Thousands of people are expected to take part in the annual Cesar Chavez March on the west side of San Antonio. Tomorrow on GMSA, we'll be live talking to city leaders about the importance of this event for our community. Be sure to tune in. GMSA starts tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Spurs played at the Wizards tonight, looking to snap their 2-game losing streak. First quarter, Mamu fakes the shot, drives, hangs, then passes it to Keita Bates' Diop slam dunk, and the Spurs are down 13-12. Washington led after one, 33-26. Second frame, Spurs force a turnover. Devontae Graham feeds Doug McDermott for a slam dunk and the foul. Free throw was good, and it's 41-38 Wizards. How about more KBD? He goes Euro step in the paint, reverse layup to cap off a Spurs 9-0 run to get them within 4. 58-54. Washington was on top at halftime, though, 66-62. Keldon led all with 15 first-half points. Third quarter, Keldon attacking the rim, gets the basket and foul, and SA leads 81-80. Timeout Wizards. Then on the free throw attempt, Keldon misses. He grabs a board, kicks it out to Graham for 3, and it's 84-80 San Antonio. Now, how about Blake Wesley? Drives, he has nowhere to go. He passes to Julian Champagny for a tough layup and foul. Spurs are down 1 after the free throw, but the Wizards led after 3, 99-98. And then, as has been the case many times this season, the Spurs just let a close one slip away. Washington led by 6 with 8:39 left in the fourth. Then they go on a 9-0 run to pull away. The Wizards win it 136-124. Keldon scored a game-high 30, and Champagny had a career-high 12 points in only 18 minutes.
Comfortable here. You know, coach and the players, they all, you know, kind of just drag me along. And like, yo, you know, we know this is your first real opportunity playing in the NBA, so, you know, just learn and grow. You know, I make some mistakes out there. Coach will tell me, let me know. But for the most part, they let me play. I think that's the best part. Like when you're comfortable, you know, you're able to play the game of basketball.
The East Coast swing continues on Sunday. Spurs and Celtics at 5 p.m. March Madness is crazy. San Diego State beat Alabama and Miami defeated Houston tonight. 2 5 seeds taking down the last of the 1 seeds. This is the first time since seeding started in 1979 that 0 number 1s reached the Elite 8. And going on now, number 15 Princeton, number 6 Creighton are playing, and Creighton is leading by 11. And in the Midwest, we have a 3-2 battle between Xavier and the Texas Longhorns, and UT is up 46-30 in the second. And after this, the Elite 8 will be set. The first round of the UL girls soccer playoffs continue tonight with a Class 6A by-district matchup between Steele and Lee at Comalander Stadium. Late first half, no score. Addison Miller puts a great shot on goal, but it's deflected away by goalkeeper Kaylee Horn. Neither team breaks through until the 71st minute. Alana Gordon takes advantage of a bad pass, takes it the distance, blasting a shot past the keeper. That's the only goal of the match. The Knights win it 1-0.
I cut through the middle, she passed it through, never thought I'd score a goal like that before. And I took it, I realized I beat the defender, and I was like, shoot, I got it, so I just took it.
It honestly feels amazing because last year at this very stadium, we didn't get to progress past first round, so it's very amazing that we get to move on after winning on this field.
Steele will face Dripping Springs in next week's area round. In the Class 5A by-district round, Jefferson girls playing Macomb at Alamo Stadium. Mustangs strike first in the second half. Ariana Solis times her run perfectly, slips past the defense, and slots it by the keeper for a 1-0 lead, and she's not done. 18th minute, Solis working alone, cuts right, finishes left for her second goal and a 2-0 advantage. Jefferson wins it 5-3. Next up, Smithson Valley in the area round. Next on the pitch at the Rock Pile, Edison boys facing Medina Valley. We're tied 2-2 late in the second half until Pedro Sandoval comes up big in the 75th minute with the beautiful strike inside the far post. That's your game winner. Medina Valley wins a thriller 3-2, earning a playoff win for the second straight season, and they advance to face Leander Glen in the area round. A UTSA golf scramble after the break. If you love to grip it and rip it, then we have an event for you. The UTSA Alumni Golf Scramble will tee off next Friday, and they're looking for teams and sponsors. The more the merrier. With the registration, you will get breakfast, lunch, a swag bag, plus some special giveaways. The UTSA Alumni Association is ready for a fun day of birdies and bogeys at the Hyatt Regency Hill Country Resort.
We're super excited. This is our annual golf scramble, and the whole reason for this is because we're raising money for current students for scholarships. Every year we give $150,000 out in scholarships. So this is a big deal because it helps us initiate programs such as our cybersecurity, the arts program, our athletic fund, right? Everyone's doing so well all over the university. So we're just raising money for scholarships, and it's a great time also for networking and to get out there and just play some golf.
UTSA Alumni Golf Scramble set for Friday, March 31st at the Hyatt Regency Hill Country Resort. For more info, you can email alumni@utsa.edu or call 210-458-4133.
Next Friday.
Next Friday. Good luck if you play.
You think Coach Traylor's a big golfer?
I don't know if he's a big golfer.
I think he probably plays.
Yeah, I think he said in the past he's not all that good, though, if I recall right.
Yeah. He'd be fun to play with.
He can hoop, though. I know that much.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He's a good basketball player.
I didn't know that. We'll be right back. Before we go, check this out. A newly discovered asteroid will pass between Earth and the moon this weekend. NASA says the asteroid will be closest to us Saturday afternoon, passing more than 100,000 miles from Earth. The asteroid moving at more than 17,000 miles an hour. From asteroids to strawberries. Are you planning on going to the Poteet next month for this famous Strawberry Fest? The 2023 schedule's been released. It's posted for you right now over on KSAT.com. We have the full list of artists, details on a wristband flash sale happening this weekend. Look for this story and much more on our website, KSAT.com. Have you been to the Strawberry Fest before?
Fun fact, my grandpa grew up in Poteet and he was the Strawberry King when he was in high school. I've been to Poteet many times.
Yeah. So you're a very good source.
There you go. That's it.
Have a great weekend.